Welcome to Hideaways. I'm Melissa, and I'm here at one of the fastest growing hotspots for vacations, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. It's a place where the people are just as inviting as the 40 miles of uninterrupted beaches. Whether in the mood for rest and relaxation or to play around a little bit, the water is always close behind. Bill Clinton, Oscar de la Renta, and Julio Iglesias come here for their vacation destination. I'll take you to my hideaway. Now, it's a special place that you might not find just by looking around. You might have to dig a little deeper, but I'll take you to my hideaway. We'll start discovering by Punta Cana by hitting the links. A vacation can just be a vacation, or it can be a hideaway. Hi, I'm Melissa, and I've set out to show you the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Come with me as I explore different destinations. Hidden treasures and unexpected pleasures, always on Hideaways. Hideaways is brought to you in part by Apple Vacations, America's favorite vacation company. Visit applevacations.com. Punta Cana is a set-your-own-pace destination. In this episode, we'll explore the relaxation side of Punta Cana. As we traveled to our hotel, we learned of the amazing golf courses. Now, I'm no Tiger Woods, but I knew I wanted to get in on the game. I'm here with Kim, the head golf pro at the Punta Cana Resort, and we're here at the 12th hole, and Kim has just showed me how to properly grip the club, and now I'm going to learn some basic techniques that you can show me to learn how to swing.
Okay, let's start over here. Now see, I've placed my ball again between my feet. And I got the good setup, the good foundation with my knees slightly bent, the lower part of my back stretched, and again, the same grip as you, and my arms are hanging nicely down. As I go back, I keep my left arm stretched, and I pivot around the spine, but I keep focused on the ball as I go back and as I pass the ball and through as well. Now let me show you, I'll try to hit this one here. So as I go back, I pivot, I keep the left arm stretched.
Okay.
Good. And I pass through. And I finish at this position here with my knees together and in a good balance.
It's a step-by-step process to make sure you have the correct grip on the club. Make sure the ball is aligned between your feet. The hands need to be properly locked with a grip that isn't too tight. As you swing back, remember the proper motion. Right, like you'd hit the ball the first time you ever picked up a club. I'll take another shot, but only with Kim's help, to reestablish the correct form.
It moves just slightly closer to the ball, just slightly. Good, perfect. Good, yeah, perfect.
Right in the water. That will actually help me relax and focus on my grip because I'll have such a beautiful view in front of me.
Absolutely. But what is most important about the things we've been together, well, we've been practicing during our lesson here, is the fundamentals. That means the grip, the setup. The backswing is the left arm. That's the main things you have to focus on there. But as you practice that, you start getting more consistent, especially if the left arm is stretched.
So what do you think? You think I'm ready to give it a shot?
Well, we can try.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, I'm about to go meet PB Dye.
Yeah.
He was the designer of the course.
That's
He's going to
correct.
give me a little overview and how he created this beautiful atmosphere. So I'm gonna go chat with him for a while, and then I'm gonna get back to work.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
For more tips and travel advice on Punta Cana, visit our website at findyourhideaway.com. Coming up, we'll catch up with well-known golf architect PB Dye, who designed Golf in Paradise. He explains his philosophy on designing the La Cana golf course in Punta Cana. Now it's time for our Hideaways trivia question. Can you name a body of water that is termed Indigenous Eyes by the natives of the Dominican Republic? Stay with us for the answer and more in Punta Cana.
Escape, sun, soothe, save. A 4-day deluxe all-inclusive Apple vacation to the Caribbean from $699.99, including airfare, 3 nights at the exquisite Sunscape The Beach Punta Cana, transfers, all meals, all drinks, all tips, entertainment, and more. Everything is included. Call your travel agent or log on to applevacations.com. An all-inclusive Caribbean vacation at an unbeatable price.
Hideaway's wardrobe is provided by Venus Swimwear. Order online at venus.com. He came to Punta Cana as Papi, and by the time he left, he was known as Foxy Papi. The natives, especially the women, appreciated Papi's quick wit and outgoing personality. With Papi, expect a joke and a true Argentina tale. Welcome back to Hideaways. How does one go about designing a golf course? I went right to the source. PB Dye and I took a ride around the course and he let me in on the know. There's no place like it. It's so tranquil.
Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's actually exceeded my expectations. Mr. Dye, you have designed a golfer's paradise here in Punta Cana. How did you come about to choose Punta Cana to design this course?
Well, originally Oscar de la Renta introduced me to the Ranieri family, and the Grupo Punta Cana hired me to build this golf course, and they gave me the wonderful opportunity of creating 4 seaside golf holes here that has definitely part of the Punta Cana family and, as we say, the Punta Cana experience here. It's pretty dramatic when you can finish with the 17th and 18th holes right here along the Caribbean, and, or as we say, the Mona Passage. It's just fabulous.
Now, is it a challenge to design a course based on the sea out here?
Well, when God gives you such a backdrop, you just try not to mess it up. So there was not much of a challenge. It's just a matter of getting it built, and there's a few difficulties in building an island, but with the Punta Cana group backing us, we had no problems getting this golf course built in a little under 14 months. So it's really been a lot of fun.
It's a pretty quick build. Now, how did you, in terms of the difficulty of the golf course, are some holes more difficult than the other?
Well, you know, there's a varied amount of tees out here, and from the very back tees, this will challenge any of the great players in the world. But what you try and create here, this is a resort, and people want to come down and have fun when they play golf. They want a challenge, But this golf course is fun to play, and that's very, very important to me. So there are some very difficult holes, but they're all fun.
And what's your favorite hole? Any hole in this course? What's your favorite?
That's like asking what's your favorite child. You know, you love them
They're
all.
all your favorite.
You love them all. Although I have a home site that's on the 7th hole, which is a wonderful little short dogleg left right on the ocean. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's a hole to make an easy birdie or an easy double bogey. So it's one of those.
Now I'm an amateur. I'm just getting my perfect swing down. What's the best hole for me to start? Like a cheat.
All of them out here, because we have, as I said, a variety of tees, and the forward tees are really for the, as we say, the average player out here, and it's very difficult to lose a golf ball here because we're wall-to-wall grass, and then where we don't have grass, we have open areas that you can always find your golf ball. So that makes the game fast and fun, which is what people are looking for. They don't want to spend 6.5 hours, and just get beaten up on every hole. They enjoy it. And when you finish on these last 2 dramatic holes in the ocean, and then you come over here and you see this clubhouse over here, and can stop by the pool and have a great lunch, it's just a great place to end up. The Dominican Republic has become the destination Pinehurst in the Caribbean. There are right now at least 6 seaside golf courses in the Dominican Republic. And that's pretty dramatic. And the great thing about down here is the weather is always perfect. The people, as we say, are muy simpático. The people down here are fabulous. And the golf experience is probably second to nothing in the world.
Well, PB, I'm relieved to hear that if I lose my ball, I'm going to be able to find it easily, because I'm an amateur and I'm trying to, get that perfect swing down. So it's going to take me a little bit, but I'm really eager to get out on this beautiful golf course and test that swing.
Well, we're glad to have you down here, and when you go out there, just have a lot of fun on this great golf course that we have down here at Punta Cana.
I plan on it. I don't think it's going to be hard to do.
Nope, not at all.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
So, do you think I ever perfected that golf swing? Check out my blog on findyourhideaway.com for my personal messages and how I did. Coming up next, we'll visit the Dominicans' ecological efforts and find out the meaning behind Punta Cana. We'll also reveal what body of water is termed Indigenous Eyes by the natives. We found this week's hideaway tucked in the middle of a resort. If we didn't take this tour of the ecological reserve, I would have never found my hideaway. Flight considerations provided by USA 3000 Airlines. Visit USA3000.com for great low fares. Can you name a body of water that's termed indigenous eyes by the natives of the Dominican Republic? Let's see if you can figure it out. This week's Hideaway, Lagoon.
Hi there, how are you?
Melissa, nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you, pleasure.
I'm very curious about the ecological area in Punta Cana. I've heard a lot about it. Can you tell me a little more about it?
Sure. Punta Cana was established about 36 years ago, and it's always had this sort of philosophy of environmental stewardship. In '94, we established the Punta Cana Ecological Foundation. It's a not-for-profit foundation, and I run this foundation as well here in the area.
Well, I'm dying to see the natural life inside that's so native to Dominican Republic, and I really want to see the lagoon. So can we take a look inside? You can show me around a little bit?
Let's go. Well, the Dominican Republic as an island actually has a really unique set of biodiversity. You know, the evolution of the species on the island is quite unique. So about 36% of the plants you would see here in Punta Cana and in the Dominican Republic you would find nowhere else in the world. So I think it's important to start with a plant that was very common here. It's common throughout the Caribbean, and it's thought to be the first plant that Christopher Columbus might have seen in the New World. And it's called uva de playa, or sea grape.
Jake explains that Dominicans make sea grape flavored ice cream. Not exactly something you'll find in the grocery store.
Another plant, and this is a very prehistoric plant. This is locally known as guajiga, and this is a fern. This is very, very common here in the area, and actually it's so common that it's now started to be used in landscaping. We, as I told you before, we run ornamental plant nursery in the Ecological Foundation, and we actually really promote using local plants in all the plantings we do because it allows people to use less water. The plants are very adaptable. They don't need any chemicals or pesticides, and they're much easier to grow here. So we encourage people to grow plants like this, the guajiga, and we actually cultivate these in our nurseries. This plant here, it's a little covered up, and you might not be able to see it as well, but this is the Cana palm, and that's the reason that this region was named Punta Cana. It's actually a pretty interesting history. This area was originally known as Punto Borrachón, or Drunkard's Point, because it was an area where there was a lot of pirate visits and there was a lot of sort of different vessels cruising through the area. And so when they began to develop the area for tourism, Drunkard's Point is not the greatest sounding thing. And so they said, let's use some of the native vegetation and let's rename it Punta Cana. And so that's where the name comes from. A lot of people try and translate what does Cana mean, but it's actually right from this palm.
And in the lagoons, you can only actually swim in one or two?
At the moment, actually, we're doing a program of improvement of the reserve. We just did a study with an international organization and looking at themes for the reserve that we can do for the trails to really improve the experience for visitors so they learn a little bit about the natural and cultural history of the island. So the plan is to develop a part of the trail that'll be historic to the Taino Indians that were in the area, and another part that really takes advantage of the lagoons. So we're planning to open another 3 lagoons for swimming, and there are 2 right now that you can swim in as well. And we think in the next year and a half we'll probably have about 6 different lagoons that you can swim in, of the 12 total lagoons.
In this actual reserve?
They're all right here in the reserve.
Good, well I hope to come back and swim in all 6.
Yeah, absolutely, you're welcome to.
Well, I couldn't wait until later to swim in the lagoon. I took a dip right then and there. The water was refreshing, just the right temperature. I swam up close with freshwater fish right alongside of me, and an occasional turtle. I suggest swimming rather than standing, because the rocks are a little bit slippery. Yaya Lagoon is my hideaway because nowhere on this island can you swim in your own private lagoon with freshwater fish, beautiful colors of aqua and coral. If you come to the Dominican Republic, you have to swim in Yaya Lagoon. I already found one hidden treasure at Yaya Lagoon. What I thought was really cool about Punta Cana is that I found a second hidden treasure in the middle of the ocean. Ramon, our PADI tour guide, took me to a 25-year-old shipwreck left untouched. That was one of the most fascinating things I have ever seen. And here, I thought I was going out for a leisurely boat ride just to get a suntan. Coming up next on Hideaways, private villas designed by Oscar de la Renta and the best massage I have ever experienced. Punta Cana just keeps getting better.
Escape, sun, soothe, save. A 4-day deluxe all-inclusive Apple vacation to the Caribbean from $699.99, including airfare, 3 nights at the exquisite Sunscape The Beach Punta Cana, transfers, all meals, all drinks, all tips, entertainment, and more. Everything is included. Call your travel agent or log on to applevacations.com. An all-inclusive Caribbean vacation at an unbeatable price.
Hideaways is brought to you in part by Apple Vacations, America's favorite vacation company. Visit applevacations.com. On my boat tour, I noticed several beautiful oceanfront homes. Ramon told me they were villas, and they were available to rent. Before we check them out, let's take a look at next week's episode of Hideaways. Old Floridian-style family fun where shelling is the thing to do and historical sites are the areas to visit. Grab your bucket and wave hi to the bottlenose dolphins. Don't miss the boat to Fort Myers, Sanibel Island.
Tortuga Bay, basically the concept is it's luxury villas, and we want to give a specialized service to each villa individually. We're a boutique hotel, but we're still a little bit involved with the main hotel, Punta Cana. And there we can organize different water sports, like water skiing or canoeing, catamaran. We also have a number of different tours that happen to Isla Saona, different locations on the island. We want is for people to get here and unwind from their busy life. So they come here, they're in paradise, they look out of their window, they see the turquoise ocean. It was all decorated by Oscar de la Renta. The decoration is very consistent throughout the whole of the villas. We have some villas that were already existing before Tortuga Bay started. They vary slightly from the newer villas. Mainly the color scheme is there is a little bit of pastel with some bright colors to kind of kick in the Caribbean feel, some greens, some pinks. All right, but for you to see, I think the best thing is to come with us. Come and see our villas and come and visit us at Tortuga Bay.
Maria Anna had another great idea, a massage. She directed me to the 6 Sense Spa. I know of the 5 senses, but what is the 6 Sense?
The 6 Sense Spa is based in Bangkok in Asia, our head office, and its concept is about the Asian old therapies, and we rely or appeal to the 5 senses, which is sight, sound, smell, taste and touch. And beyond that, that is the 6th sense.
Is this the only spa in the Caribbean like this?
This is the first Caribbean project that the 6 Senses has started here. We opened on the 1st of December. We will have the grand opening in July for the main spa. Otherwise, we're based mainly in Asia and Thailand, where we have a lot of the Sun Eva resorts and the Eva Sun Hideaway, and we're also based in Turkey and Greece and Spain and Portugal.
What about the technicians? What type of training do they receive?
All 6 Senses therapists receive training with the 6 Senses Spa. We have our special 6 Senses signature treatments, which are the same wherever you go. So it doesn't matter whether you're on the Maldives or in the Caribbean, you will be receiving the same 6 Sense signature treatment. And we use essential oils from Sudashi, which is an Australian product, and it's 100% natural. So it's very nice and easy for the skin as well. We have also our garden, which is just right beside, and we plant like lemongrass and aloe vera, which we can pluck up and use directly in the treatment, and that's fresh. So we use that a lot, and we're going to broaden the garden as well with other herbs that we will be using for the Vietnamese treatment. So really, when you come out of this massage, you feel like you're flying.
Punta Cana really is an at-your-own-pace destination. I learned to improve my golf swing. Still needs a lot of improvement, but that massage really helped me work out my kinks. And I know next time I visit here, I'm booking one of those private villas. Join us on our website for my personal blog, a photo gallery, and a recipe from the island. Hidden treasures and unexpected pleasures here on Hideaways. Later this season, we'll revisit Punta Cana and discover its adventurous side of wall climbing, the best pool bar, a helicopter ride, and much more.